Hello, hi, welcome to my shop. You're a little early. I mean, technically you live here, so my husband's doing all the filming. Welcome to my shop. I figured it was time for a shop tour, so let's go inside and see what's in there. Y'all are so curious about how I worked and the space I'm working with. So I just wanted to give y'all a full shop tour. This shop is half the reason why I bought this house. This space is very, very important to me, and how it's changed over the last almost 2 years of being here in Tennessee is significant. So I think it's important to showcase that because, like y'all, I'm hustling to make a living just like all of you, and I think it's important to showcase growth, and this shop is growth. We were very inspired by Wuthering Heights and what her house looked like, and so that's kind of the vibe that you're gonna feel. This is my lovely Snap-on toolbox. It's vintage. I bought it at the thrift store in the early 2000s, I believe. So as you can tell, it's got a lot of character, and this all comes from hard work, and this kind of character you don't just get from a brand new toolbox. This is our vicious shop dog. Fair warning, she'll bite you if you come in. She protects the tools. I take pride in everything that's in here because you will find a little bit of everything in here, from weed eater string to battery jump off cables, patches, mower belts, saws, batteries, you know, all the normal stuff. And then you get into this drawer, full of all these different pipe wrenches that, you know, I use on a daily basis at my job. So next we have my drill, which somebody said that this is not a drill, but in my mind this is a drill, so we did find that, just in case you were wondering. We have some Crayola markers and batteries and hose clamps, basically all your everyday essentials that you might need to build a car. And before we move to the designer side of this shop, I wanted to talk about some of the really awesome decor that we have in this part of the shop. Tell me why you won't sign my welding jacket. This cardboard came from the middle of the earth, and I wrote this for Jake Owen to sign my welding jacket, and I'm just gonna let you know it worked. He signed my welding jacket. So this, of course, has to be displayed here. Okay, let's go look at some of the designer tools in my shop that I love using. This one right here is probably my favorite. I am trying to get into stained glass, and I'm actually taking a stained glass class within the next couple of weeks to help kind of scratch that itch. This right here is like a Louis Vuitton of water jets, the Omax Protomax water jet. It cuts in this tiny little space, but basically I thrift a lot, as you can tell, and have all these amazing treasures around everywhere. Why not get something that can also cut up these amazing little treasures that I find? Here are some of my most beautiful sets of stiletto heels. These are prized possessions. I do not wear these. These are for display only because they're so expensive and important to me. You know, I've worn them on the red carpet. You know, I've stomped my enemies with them. I have climbed Mount Everest with them. I have put so much energy into these that, like, I have to hang them into a spot where the whole world can see them. So on the real, some of these hoods are some of my very first hoods that I've ever worked with. So proud to have those on display. These are my main squeezes. These are the extra set of hands. This is where the food is made in the kitchen. This is the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. We be slicing and dicing, moving and grooving in this little right here. Every single one of these tools in here, plasma cutters, welders, I use every single one of them for everything that you see that I do. Of course, hypertherm is king on the plasma. Always, if you want to argue with me about it, take it up with the cuts. That speaks louder than anything that you could ever say in the comments, okay? And of course, I bleed red. I do with Lincoln Electric. These right here, of course, are my main squeezes on the welders. This one right here, y'all see a lot in my Unhinged Crafts episodes. Okay, that's pretty straight, right? Maybe. This is Big Bertha right here. She gets all the work done. This limited edition Vice Grip Garage toolbox. This right here is one of a kind. I'm pretty sure it was ran over by Derek. The drawer works sometimes, so you can't get one of these. Prized possession here. Probably gonna sell it on eBay later. Since everybody keeps asking about my Ollie's head, it was a full Secret Service mission to get this head. It's not easy, even when you offer them money. I begged them for it, and they gave it to me. Okay, in the kitchen, we have a couple of things. This is a fast cut CNC, the best of the best when it comes to CNC plasma table. Of course, powered by no other than Hypertherm themselves. This thing runs on an Xbox controller, which is absolutely insane. So for the gamers out there, just know I'm pretty good at Minecraft. This right here, had to have this. No questions asked. These two people are my heroes. Basically, this is the closest to Elvis I'll ever be. I'm your #1 fan. Here is this amazing pickle. There's a lot of time and effort that went into the design of this fridge. When initially me and my Italian designer from Paris were talking about what look we were going for in this shop, he found this on Marketplace and it had mold in it. I felt like it gave it a color character that you can't really find in appliances these days. So we just bleached the mold. It left this lasting impression. What fridge doesn't need stickers to hide the mold, you know? So inside, we have a lot of really great stuff going. I don't eat these. We have lots of Tostitos pizzas because those are healthy, good quality meals that you should put in your body. I'm pretty sure there's lots of red dye in there, and red dye is, great for your immune system. And we got Grillo's Pickle Bloody Mary mix. I think this has been in here for 2 years. Actually came with the fridge, so we just left it in there. And then I like applesauce, and I don't know how to use silverware, so I use these. Cheese. We love cheese. Let's go to where the magic happens. Now, behind these doors, one door. This is my space, my zen. I go here to escape from, this hard knock life of being a hardcore celebrity. This is a space that I could go, just let go and be Hannah Montana. This is where the magic happens. I put a lot of effort into my space and what it looks like because, at the end of the day, this is what comes out of here, Take a good look because after this door is getting closed and nobody will ever see this space again. It's off limits to the public. It's basically Area 51. Take a look around. Okay, y'all have seen the entire shop, but y'all haven't seen my rides. So let's go take a look at those. Starting off strong on all things wheels. This right here is my prized possession. Jenny the mower. This is the hardest hog we have on this property. She has literally been ran through the ringer. Kind of it's appropriate. Jenny was kind of too, wasn't she? I think. I love her. We love Jenny. Up next, of course, is the fleet of Harley Davidson. You will never see other hog in this but a Harley Davidson. And that ends with a period because Harley Davidson is cool as Look at all these bikes. I never ever thought I would own this many motorcycles in my entire life. To have a fleet is kind of cool, and to be able to have motorcycles like this definitely is a luxury and not one that I take for granted by any means. Number one, we have Nobody's Old Lady. This thing right here has ran 4 times in its entire lifetime, and then I was like, okay, we got it running, now let's narrow up the front end and make her super dangerous, because basically the motor is like a race motor. So she just looks pretty most of the time. This right here is my '08 Sportster. This is my first Harley Davidson ever. Recently just gifted to my son for his 17th birthday. And so now this is his first Harley Davidson. And then of course we have the Ironhead. This is my favorite bike of the bunch. This is Evan's bike. We do a lot of Harley shenanigans on this bike in Milwaukee. This is the bike I fell in love with him on. We have so many memories on this bike that will probably be cremated and put into the motor when we die. Like, that's how much this bike means to us. Number one fan of this bike. This is my favorite bike here. And then we have the good old Road Glide that I built for Harley Davidson's Born Free 14. This thing basically almost killed me, but we made it. And now it's Evan's bike. He thoroughly enjoys riding her. I'm kind of like, I build art for other people, not for myself. And so this bike kind of fell into that category. Now it's Evan's. So he gets to enjoy her, and I get to enjoy this brand new Harley Davidson, which we've already made a video on, so you already know my love for this thing. Lots of adventures this summer on this. This bad boy, the Vibe 200, where I took last place. Yep, that's this boy right here. It actually is my son has been driving it. It's like his favorite vehicle in the entire world. After he's done joyriding this thing, we're thinking about taking it to the Gambler 500 and just kind of seeing what happens with it. Of course, we just did a cool overhaul on this truck. Y'all got to see it. This is my '02 Chevy 2500. This is OG for me. I will never ever stop driving this truck. I actually just dropped a lot of money into making sure everything is fixed, but she will always be a part of this family as well. Probably never gonna buy a new truck, so I'll keep this one forever. I think it's funny that Evan's vehicles are like more my prized possessions, like my own vehicles, I guess you can say. This truck right here is his truck, my dream truck. When he pulled up into the driveway with it, I was like, oh, I've been talking about a truck like this every day of my life. And he pulled up into the driveway and just basically a white knight, shining armor in this beautiful truck. The cool thing is I get to sit passenger princess and I don't have to drive. So this is one of my favorites because I just get to enjoy it. So last of the bunch of motor vehicles in the property. Y'all have already seen the Impala, so that one doesn't count because it's technically not mine. But this right here, the panel van, which I still have from FabTech that I cut on the floor in Chicago. But I think I'm gonna sell it. And so if you're interested in the panel van, it is up for sale to make run and drive. That would be so sick. It will support the Impala build. If you're interested, hit your girl up. What are you doing? So y'all have seen the shop, you've seen my tools, you've seen my designer handbags, AKA my equipment. It's time to get to work. Y'all get on, and I'm gonna get back to work and cut the other side of this car. So, toodaloo.